everyone, welcome to Mediumship by Picasso. My name is Picasso Roberts, and I want to say thanks so much for stopping by my channel. I'm going to do this message and this sitting outside for the moment. We may have to change mid-recording. I'm not quite sure. I'm just trying to still kind of find the places where I want to be and how I want to set up and things like that. And because I haven't been doing the videos every week, it makes it a little bit more, I don't know, a chance. I'm taking a chance every time I pop on to, to do something, because you never know what's going to be a sound outside of you and be an interruption. And that's okay. It's just life. That's how life happens. I just want to say welcome again. Welcome for hanging out with me and sitting through any of the messages that come through. I know that for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, April, I am so thankful that stinking Mercury retrograde is done. It was a rough April for me. I know I probably say this for every month, but I mean, it was a rough April. And communications were wonky, and people were saying nasty things, and just stuff, life stuff that was made it a little bit more chaotic and not as much fun, if you will. So before as I was like setting up and trying to get all the lighting and everything right on this, I pulled a card. I love that John Holland deck. It's Spirit Messages. Where's that at? There we go. And anyway, so I shuffled a deck. I'm like, well, what are we going to talk about today? And so the card that came up is You're Not Alone. So this is an interesting topic because it comes up often, and I've been approached by different people to do events, retreats, things like that, where people, like part of the crowd is like, okay, we're excited, we want a medium to come in and help us get that connection, that message from the other side. And then you got other people that are a little fearful, maybe a lot fearful. And look, I don't begrudge them, or anybody for that matter, in your belief system. Believe what makes you comfortable. Believe what you need to believe in order to get you through. But I will agree with Spirit in this, just from my life experience and from my near-death experience, and having stepped into the world of spirit connectivity. We are not alone. We're not alone. So if you're somebody who's dealing with grief or loss, or somebody like me comes in your circle and you're like, I don't want to be around that Picasso. She's doing evil work or whatever. Well, I can tell you that's not true. It's not true. I connect it very much to a higher source. God is what I call my source, or universe, because we're all one. We are a collective of souls, basically, walking this earth plane. And I'm sorry, I'm fiddling with this light, but it's just kind of a weird little situation here. So anyway, I will tell you that time and time again, Spirit comes through and helps to make their selves known to me and to others. It's really up to you as to whether or not you want to take that message in or believe that they're still around you. I will tell you that one of my favorite quotes ever is from Doris. Is it Doris? I think it's Doris Stokes, a famous medium from the UK, and I remember watching the video of her and telling this guy out in the audience, chap, you can't die for the life of you. So no, do we die? Not really. We just shed this skin, we shed this shell, this physical body, and step into, or float into, if you will, that energetic, soulful being that we are. And it's not easy to take on a different kind of belief system if you were raised in a religion or whatever you want to call it. it's hard when something different or some other possibility jumps into your way or into your circle. And I would just say to you, try to be open, because imagine you've crossed over and you're on the other side and you're trying to get your loved one's attention, and they're hearing you, but they're ignoring what they're hearing, and you're manipulating lights, or you're making noises, or brushing their face, or moving the hair, or feeling their hair. Spirit is an energetic being. We are all energy. So they do things, look, they're not going to push you down the stairs or anything like that, but they are energy that can blend with your energy. So imagine if that were you trying to get hold of, or get your loved one's attention that's still living, and, just to let them know that you're okay. Hey, everything's good. Everything's great on the other side. I feel no pain. I feel no fear. And I just want to tell you I love you. And your loved one keeps shutting the door, keeps, closing you off or not paying attention because they're afraid. Imagine if that was you. Imagine what that would feel like. It would be so frustrating. And for me, heart-wrenching. I try to listen to as much as I possibly can. And I have those conversations. I have those with my own peeps. I call them my peeps. I have those conversations because I know that they're here to help me. And I hope that you will take advantage of the moments that you might hear something or sense something, because I'll be damned if that's not going to be Spirit trying to make that connection, just trying to help you to understand that in fact you're not alone. You're not alone. And it doesn't end with this sometimes chaos and monotony and all of that that beauty and craziness that is the human experience, right? There's more. There is so much more. And so I would ask you, especially based on the card that I pulled for us, you're not alone. I would ask you just to please be open. Please be open and not so cut off or judgmental against people trying to either come through, or people like me who are trying to get those messages through for you with good and pure and loving intention. I mean, look, I already feel my nose running. They're starting with me. I get that there are a lot of idiots out there. Whoops. That's a whole pile. I get that there's a lot of idiots out there that are, scammers, or, just telling you what you want to hear. Oh, we got two here. We're going to take those two. And I understand that, but not everybody is like that. Look, I'll tell you right now, and I may have said this on other videos and everything, but I didn't grow up this way. I didn't grow up talking to Spirit. I didn't grow up going to church. I think I went to a Baptist church, several times, and then, got yelled at because I listened to rock and roll music. Well, piss off. God doesn't care if I listen to rock and roll music and dance and enjoy life. God loves us to do those things, as long as the intention is good and pure and loving and you're joyful. But I didn't grow up, talking to dead people. It didn't happen for me in that way. Pardon me. It happened for me after I had a near-death experience, and even not right after that. It didn't happen right after that. I mean, it took years for me to process what actually happened. And apparently this is a common thing. So it's just what it is. things started happening for me. I started doing massage therapy, and then I was introduced to Reiki, which is healing. It's it's a Japanese technique for stress reduction, which was a beautiful thing. And then it just opened me up more and more to being able to make that connection. And I started channeling using a pendulum. Studied under Sally Baldwin. I mean, like, all of these different things started coming into my path. And instead of being closed off and fearful or judgmental about all of that, I trust my intuition. I trust my instincts on all of those things. And I was led to do this work. And I'm going to honor that. So for people that don't want to show up or, allow me in a retreat because it's not your belief system, or what I do isn't even a belief system. You're fearful of it. I would say, you know what? Suck it up, buttercup, because there's more than your way out in this world. There is more than one way of communicating in this world. There is just some really cool, loving energy out there. And if you just close everybody off, well, tells me a couple things. First of all, you're a pain in the ass. And secondly, Spirit's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. This is loving energy. This is good intention. This is pure of heart and joyful. Enjoy it. And you're missing the boat, guys, if you're doing this. But if that is what makes you comfortable, fine. However, don't poop on other people. Don't dismiss what somebody else has to offer. If it's not your game, step back and let the other people do their thing. And then when they're done, step back in. No harm, no foul. And that way everybody gets what they want, right? Everybody gets what they want. So anyway, I'll jump off that soapbox. I had a couple of cards that jumped out, so I'm going to tap into these real quick, and then maybe I'll make it a short one. Maybe I'll make it a couple of short ones. I don't know. Anyway, the first card that popped out here, Animal Kingdom, which is really cool. I'll tell you, I've had a hawk around me the last couple of days, hanging out on the back, whatever. There's a big, beautiful healing tree. I don't know if you'll be able to see it if I do it this way. That tree is the most gorgeous tree. It's so big and huge and healthy, and it's one of my favorite things to do is sit in the morning, early, watching the sunrise, and you're just soaking up the good vibes from that tree. On that tree and all the marshland that's behind me here, there's so much wildlife. So Animal Kingdom makes sense that this card popped up. I hope you guys are experiencing the same things. There is a book that I always refer to, and I'll bring it up many times. It's called Animal Speak. It's by Ted Andrews. And so usually if something happens, if it's a hawk, or if it's a snake, or if it's, this is Florida, so if it's a gator, something, there is a beautiful magic and medicine in connecting, the light, and connecting with these animals. So I'm just going to quickly look up the hawk. This is an old book. Okay, so I'm going to give you the key words with regards to the hawk, and that is visionary power and guardianship. So I always, and there are different messages depending upon what type of hawk it is. I mean, you can really go into detail on these things. Where is that? Here. They say here, and again, this is Ted Andrews that did this book. He's on the other side, but we still love him. We love his energy. The sky is the realm of the hawk. Through its flight, it communicates with humans and with the great creator spirit. It awakens our vision and inspires us a creative life purpose. So when hawk comes into my space, or, you know, in my path, if you will. Oh, that's so funny. I don't turn my mail off, and a wildlife thing just came up. So animals are really, really big today. Anyway, when the hawk comes up, for me, you know, it talks about being, you know, about visionary and guardianship. I always feel protected. I always feel like the hawk is out there going, hey, Picasso, you know, tap into this, or check this out, or let's just have that beautiful exchange. And absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So I really pay attention to anything else that's happening, you know, during this time. My creativity, do I need to really plug into that more? And of course the answer is yes. So I'm gonna pop this up again. You can get the book, I think, still on Amazon, or maybe Hay House, I'm not sure, Animal Speak. But I would say pay attention to these messages that come through when certain animals, you know, come into your realm, to your existence, especially if it's not normal. A lot of times you'll hear people talking about the cardinal showing up, dragonflies. I was just talking to somebody about that today. You know, they all come in for a reason. Everything happens for purpose. So, you know, you can find the purpose behind that message. I'm leaving that up to you. Okay. And of course, the second card, receive. Now, this used to be really hard for me, right? I'm getting better at it. Actually, I'm a lot better at it. I don't know. Come on, lights. Come on, don't leave me now. Anyway, I used to be really, really, I'm still hard-headed, but with regards to receiving anything, I never wanted to owe anybody anything. Like, you know, you don't own me, I'm not going to owe you anything, and, you know, I'm going to take anything from you because, you know, I'm independent, and you know, all that happy horse shit. Anyway, it is really cool to be able to receive, because one of the biggest things, like when you give something to somebody or do something for somebody, you know, that really cool feeling like, oh my God, that felt so good. I'm so happy to be there for somebody, or I'm so, you know, I'm so excited that I have the ability to do something for somebody or be there for someone. If you receive in kind, it actually gives that person the opportunity to have that same feeling. So it's a gift that you're giving and receiving. Don't forget that, because, you know, I get and understand that, you know, not always, you know, want to do everything on our own, or, you know, I'll do it myself, get out of my way kind of thing. But give the gift of giving by you receiving. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I got all into the words about it, but receiving is just a really, really cool way. It's having that exchange. It's allowing yourself to step into, I don't know, a good situation, a good exchange of energy. It's a lovely, absolutely lovely. Anyway, so think about that. Let's see what John Holland's card says. It says, you're a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. Pretty darn cool, isn't it? It is. It's that ebb and flow. It's that giving, receiving. It creates balance, don't you think? I think it does. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, yeah, I like that. I really, really like that. So let me just tell you one other thing while I'm on this particular video. I don't want to make it, oh crap, I'm already almost 20 minutes. I don't want to make it super, super long, but I want to tell you that I'm currently reaching out to one of the local online, 904 now, YouTube channels, and sort of radio show, if you will. I want to collaborate so that people get a little more comfortable with the real deal out there. For people like me, I'm the real deal. Again, I didn't start out this way, but here I am. This is how it happened. I'm just a regular person, but I just happen to be a little more tapped into that side of things. So if you are interested, plug into the 904 Now thing. They've got a YouTube channel, and I think they're on Facebook, or they've got an app. Anyway, it's free. The app is free. So plug into them and send me good jujus, because I really want to do something with them so that we can create a really cool thing. And that's it. It's all about collaboration. It's all about the giving and receiving, right? It's all about supporting each other in the good things that we do. So keep that in mind. And listen, if you want to book me, I'm happy to do readings for you. You can go onto my website, mediumshipbypicasso.com, and book me there, and then we'll get together and figure out what time and date and what works for you, what works for me, and all that kind of good stuff. The other thing is this YouTube channel. It's been a slow growing process, but I feel like things are going to pick up really soon here. And the more energy that I'm able to put into it, of course, the better it will do. If you have a channel or you have a platform and you can support and share, please, first of all, don't forget to like here and subscribe, and then share it. Because there are some good messages that come through, and things that come through that remind us why we're here. So please share, support, and check me out on my channel. All right, check me out on my website, and hopefully we'll be able to connect at some point, and let me connect you with your loved ones, and or do a psychic reading so I can tap into what's happening with your life. If you're feeling like frazzled about what's going on, I can help with that. Spirit will speak through me to help give you a better understanding of the what's and the whys of the things that you're going through now. So to me, it's completely worth it. I do it myself. I just booked myself with a reader not that long ago, an astrology thing, and man, I'll tell you what, it was so enlightening. So I double dog dare you. Anyway, I hope you do it, and I hope to hear from you soon. You guys have a really cool day. Stay well and be kind.